Hello, and welcome to COVID-19 Weekly Updates. So let's get started. Here are the latest updates from this week.
According to the Ministry of Health, 27 new cases were recorded in the past week. All were on repatriated flights and quarantined on arrival. 1,020 cases have completely recovered. Death toll still remains at 35. However, according to the leading experts, there are still potential threats that could cause a new outbreak. Please remain vigilant and strictly follow safety rules.
Vietnamese carrier VIETJET has officially operated international commercial flights from Vietnam to South Korea following a long hiatus because of COVID-19. 2 VIETJET flights took off on Thursday from Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, both bound for Seoul, the airline announced. The carrier will operate 1 flight from Ho Chi Minh City to Seoul every Wednesday. Services from Seoul to Ho Chi Minh City will also be run every Wednesday, starting from October 7th. Flights connecting Hanoi, Seoul, and Ho Chi Minh City are additional services that VIETJET has urgently deployed to meet the increasing demand of traveling and trading as the international sky returns, especially for such an important market as South Korea, VIETJET said. Passengers from Vietnam and South Korea are required to have a COVID-19 negative certificate issued within 3 days of departure time and to comply with mandatory medical quarantine requirements of the host countries, it added. All documents are probably required upon immigration. As regulated by the South Korean government, flyers from Vietnam to South Korea have to fill out all regulated forms before boarding their flight, as well as abiding by compulsory quarantine requirements by local authorities. Passengers flying to Vietnam can opt for self-paid, centralized isolation at a number of hotels and accommodations in many cities and provinces.
VIETJET has also unveiled plans to commercially fly to Japan and Taiwan. On September 25th, a Vietnam Airlines plane landed in Hanoi from Seoul with 104 passengers on board. This was the first international commercial flight after the Vietnamese government suspended such services since March 25th to slow the spread of COVID-19. However, charter flights to the country have been arranged to bring in experts, skilled workers, and diplomats, and to repatriate Vietnamese citizens stranded in other nations and territories due to the pandemic. The Vietnam Airlines flight was considered a trial service to assess the country's capacity to handle regular international arrivals after a 6-month closure, according to the Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam. Vietnam has resumed commercial flights to certain destinations, including Thailand, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and mainland China. Entrants from these places are now required to present certificates proving they tested negative for the novel coronavirus within 3 days of their boarding flights. Vietnam began denying entry to foreign nationals on March 22nd, but the government allows foreign experts, skilled workers, investors, and diplomats to enter the country on a case-by-case basis, subject to mandatory quarantine. Vietnam currently charges international arrivals for quarantine costs. In the past, Vietnam provided the quarantine service for free.
Japanese media quoted government sources, saying the decision has been made following these countries and territories effectively bringing the novel coronavirus, COVID-19, pandemic under control, or at the very least, having a low number of new cases. Japan is in the process of conducting negotiations with 16 countries and regions, including China, Vietnam, and Taiwan, in an effort to resume business travel. Kyodo Newswire reported that business people have already been permitted to travel to some Asian countries, including Vietnam and Thailand, providing that they meet certain conditions, including providing negative COVID-19 test results.
Regarding the situation that 150 passengers had to quarantine at a too pricey hotel on October 1st, the People's Committee of Ho Chi Minh City held a press conference to inform about the COVID-19 preventive isolation fee for people entering Ho Chi Minh City, VNA cited. Accordingly, Ms. Nguyen Thi Anh Hoa, Deputy Director of the Ho Chi Minh City Department of Tourism, said, Ho Chi Minh City currently has 2 hotels being used in isolation for the flight crew and 8 hotels for passengers. The list of hotels is already published on the website of Ho Chi Minh City Department of Labor, War Invalids, and Social Affairs. These hotels range from affordable to high-end prices, with the average cost ranging from 1,250,000 dong, or $54, to 5 million Vietnam dong, or $218 per room per day. In addition to these 8 hotels, the department has proposed 16 hotels to be utilized in the near future with a capacity of 1,025 rooms. At the same time, the ministry is continuing to appraise 15 other hotels with a capacity of 982 rooms. These hotels have a minimum rating of 1 to 2 stars.
Foreigners who entered Vietnam from March 1st, 2020 can have their temporary stay permits automatically extended for another month until October 31st, the Immigration Department announced on September 30th. It is another 1-month extension to the current policy, issued in mid-May and extended twice since to support foreigners stuck in the country due to COVID-19 pandemic. Regulations on those who entered the country before March 1st, 2020 remain the same as the current policy. They can be considered for this permit extension, as long as they can prove they are stranded in Vietnam due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Those who do not fall under these categories or have committed illegal actions have to abide by the existing laws on immigration.
Thanks for watching. These news are provided by COVID-19 in Vietnam. Video and image sources have been cited. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated.